with the anointing there. 2019 anointing is sexually transmitted. Anointing of 2019. If you kiss the men of God, you have anointing. 2019. You sleep with the men of God, you are now a prophetess. In 2019, we ordain each other by sex. You are ordained sexually. Married men of God abusing and sodomizing young boys in the church, and they are quiet because they are told if you speak, you die. Do you know how many women are dying inside today and they can't speak? That the man of God has been abusing me since I was young, and they can't speak about it because the man of God said if you speak, you die. Do you know how many are suffering today? What we did here, if I ever hear about it anywhere, you are dead. Where the women are supposed to be protected, that is where they are sodomized and abused. Where the women are supposed to find comfort, where the women are supposed to run to, that is the exact same place where immediately they arrive, the pastor sees a mistress. 2020, this nonsense will stop. So don't blame them, Pastor Mbata. When you hear that on Friday they were drinking in the nightclub, don't blame them. When you hear that they were drunk on a Saturday night, don't blame them. Because where they are supposed to be comforted, that's where they are being abused. So the only way they'll find comfort is when they take a bottle. Don't blame them. This whole year we've been talking about women being killed, women. Not even one man of God stood to address it at a big platform where the whole nation will know that the church is concerned. Not even one, because most of us, we are guilty as charged. We have just not yet been arrested, but most of men of God have abused women in the church. And all of them are quiet and they are afraid of speaking out because the men of God say, me and you were in a covenant. Covenant nonsense. There was a march the other day of women marching against gender-based violence. Men of God are afraid of addressing these things because the same violence that they have to address is exactly what they do to their own wives at home. Daughters in the church, young girls in the church don't have respect for the pastor's wife because of the looseness of the zip of the men of God. 2020, this nonsense will stop. Who will serve the church? But something needs to be done in the house of God. The biggest sex trafficking business is in the church. The biggest human trafficking business is in the church. Young boys and young girls taken advantage of because they don't have anything in the church, and no one is talking about it. Everyone is quiet and everyone is behaving as if things are normal, yet you know that it's not normal. A few are getting handouts from the pastor. What about the majority who are not getting nothing, but they're afraid of speaking out? We prayed a prayer a few months ago, and we're praying against the killing and everything that is happening against women. If the church was strong enough and if the church was united, the church was going to come together and address that issue as a church. But because some of the perpetrators and some of the killers of women are the financiers of our churches, some of the abusers of women are the biggest partners, biggest sponsors in our churches. They are the ones who take care of the pastor. That is why we can't address it. Who will serve the church of Jesus Christ? Because the state of the church now, this is not what Jesus died for on the cross. This is not why he was crucified on that cross. He didn't go there for all this that is